Let's just talk about meditation. There's two forms of meditation that I am positing are supportive or helpful. One is silence, just silence. No fancy acrobatics, no trying to achieve a certain state, no trying to get rid of thoughts, no trying to rise above thinking, no being mindful on anything, on objects or perceptions or sensations. Just the simplicity, the directness of silence. Now, for many, that's not so easy because in silence, when you stop, there can be a lot of internal noise, a lot of internal agitation. But to give yourself totally to that, whatever arises, the discomfort within the silence, the agitation within the silence, and pay no mind to it, not try to reject it or overcome it or transcend it or find a way through, but to pay no mind. That means, in some ways, to not care, to not be bothered by it. Okay, so agitation. It doesn't mean anything. We give it meaning. It means something bad about me. I can't meditate. I'm not a good spiritual person, or there's too much tension or trauma or this or that. Yeah, we give it meaning, and therefore we derive identity from our experience. To pay no mind is what cuts the root of the problem, of that which is bothersome. Whatever feeling is here, whatever landscape is here, whatever energetic experience is here, it's here. You will notice that it comes and goes. It moves, it changes. When there is a softness, paying no mind is a softness. It's an openness. It's an allowing. It's a surrender of the grasp of mind. That's what silence is. By and by, over time, maybe over a day, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, however long it takes, silence, which is your very nature, will start to come more and more into the foreground. And you'll come to know that as who or what you are always, even when there is noise and busyness seemingly appearing to cover it up, just as the weather seems to cover the sky, obscure the light, but that light is always here. You come to know it deeply in your beingness, and that is your true sanctuary, that is your true home. So silent sitting is very valuable as a support for the knowing of this without striving. You have to go through all these different layers where you notice the striving, you notice the trying, and it's an ongoing journey of surrender, letting go of all that the mind wants to do, so that you come to know the true nature of mind that underlies all this surface movement, conditioned mind. You come to know unconditioned mind, which is simply awareness, space, without rejecting anything. This is valuable. And at some point, that falls away. And then you can be moving or not moving. You can be busy or not busy. You can be sitting or not sitting. Still, you know this. It is who you are. That's when you meditate in silence until silence becomes you, because you already were that. And you always have been. But it starts to reveal itself. Yeah, that is valuable. And then there are a number of what I would prefer to call contemplations. If you like, we can call them guided meditations. Guided meditations are tricky Because very often a guided meditation will take you into a particular state of consciousness, a particular dimension. And this can be very powerful and potent. And then we mistake that for what true awakening is. But it's not that. It's simply one sort of dimension of consciousness. And we can become attached to that and want to repeat it. So we have to be careful with guided meditations. But there are, again, I prefer to call them contemplations or pointers through guided meditation that can be very valuable because they direct us into an energetic space or a way of seeing. Yeah. Not talking just about external seeing, although it may include that, but internal seeing. It facilitates a shift in perspective that we may not have, that may not have been available to us previously. And once it's like we're being shown the door, and once the door opens and we see, then it can be recognized within ourselves. And that can be valuable. Yeah. Again, for those of you who were part of the Tantra series, the last year, the Tantric Way, and we had 7 meditations, tantric meditations that we explored and we dialogued around and so on. That's what they were. They were pointers. Pointers to the doorway that we can then, if they're truly recognized, you actually can just bring that into your daily life. You don't have to formally sit in meditation, but it's a new way of seeing. Yeah. It's a shift in an internal paradigm. Yeah. From separation to non-separation. That was approaching it from the way of Tantra. Like I said, they both go to the same place, going beyond duality. Tantra is the observation of what is and the inclusion of that in the field of that observation. A kind of merging of subject and object. Yeah. We can then say that there are non-dual meditations that point us in a similar way, but point us through, if you like, the observation of the observer, of that which is observing, pointing us not through the object, the object of the observation, but pointing us to the subject of the observation. Yeah? It's more the path of inquiry within. Who am I? Who is the one observing? What is it that observes? This brings us closer to the possibility of recognizing awareness itself. Awareness recognizing awareness.